Gaz picked me up in plenty of time and we were in the Medlock not too long after the Arsenal game began. Another friend Jim was already in the pub by the time we arrived. Jim went on to tell us that one of his mates who works at LFC TV, who is apparently a bit in the know, was telling him a few days ago that Ronald Koeman had lost the senior players at Everton, labelling Leighton Baines in particular as one who has fallen out with our Dutch manager. All very believable following today's Everton performance and given the pressure, from the supporters at least, that he is now under. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time this match report is online, the proverbial bullet had already been shot at Ronald Koeman. It was pleasant in the pub with the rest of the guys turning up, and it's fair to say that we were largely pleased with the starting 11, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Oumar Niasse and Nikola Vlasic all featuring. My presumption was that this meant some actual width in the team, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Nikola Vlasic operating on the flanks, though this turned out not to be the case, and it was something of a 442, but not quite, with no actual width. As throughout the season so far, the lineup was confusing. We arrived in plenty of time for kick-off, the players switched ends and we attacked the Galadas Street in the first half, Burnley well backed by their supporters. I've nothing but good things to say about how we began the game, particularly in comparison with how we have been playing recently. Burnley did force a corner kick and one rare throw forward, but otherwise, in the first 20 minutes, it was all Everton. Gylfi Sigurdsson, in a very disappointing display, missed two golden chances at 0-0, one when he side-footed tamely at Nick Pope, and another when he had a chance to shoot but tried to dribble it through and got tackled. We were on top, make no mistake, but then, on 21 minutes, Jeff Hendrick struck, after neat footwork to find the space to put us a goal down. With that our bottle had gone and we couldn't find a way back in. We might as well have called half-time there and then, as we just couldn't drag ourselves back for the rest of the half. In the second period we huffed and puffed, but with no cohesion and no end product. Our play was disjointed throughout against a very dogged Burnley team. Oumar Niasse, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and, later on, Ashley Williams, all came close with headed opportunities, but we couldn't find the equaliser and we went home again disappointed. There were could-have handball shouts from the park end in the second half, but being at the other end of the field we couldn't see what happened and I've no idea how reasonable the claims were. The players certainly appealed, but I don't know if the claims were desperate or feasible. At full time we, again, trudged off disappointed. The talk on everyone's lips after the game of course was, should Ronald Koeman be sacked? It's safe to say, most of the supporters seem to think so. Personally, I'm pretty neutral. Looking back, I was always quick to defend David Moyes as I liked the guy, though Roberto I was always quick to stick the knife in as I was never convinced by the appointment. With Ronald Koeman, I'm very on the fence. I was generally happy with the appointment even if I thought other options may have been pursued, and after the improvements last season part of me wants to give him time to see it through. Conversely, it's a results business and the results aren't, and don't look like, coming. It's hard to defend how we are playing, but I suppose it's difficult to integrate so many new players into a new team, especially a struggling one. If there was ever a season we could have done with a stable run of fixtures, this was it. Margins have been tight in some of the games and things could have perhaps have been different. That said, things have been unbearable to watch at times. Our play is dreadful and team selections have been poor, but will sacking Ronald instantly make things better should he not be given the chance to build his team? I don't know which way to turn, but if they're going to make the decision to sack Ronald, do it now, before the international break. It's better to do it now than later. The board have a big decision to make. Stick a twist, but make the decision now, and stick to your guns. Pickford not sure he could have done anything with a goal. Distribution positive, especially second half. 6 Baines my friend Jim might be onto something with his intel. Leighton has seemed out of sorts for a good few games now. 5 Williams awful. It was he and not Holgate who should have been dropped after Thursday. 4 Keane clearly not fit. 5 Martina yes, I'm here to be shot at, but he was my man of the match. Pretty solid defensively and got forward well. His quality of crossing was not up to scratch, but he did as much as anyone else. 6 Gay worked hard, made some tackles, but his decision-making on the ball was poor. 6 Schneidlin rather anonymous before substituted. 5 Sigurdsson was poor, which was very disappointing as I felt that help's really been getting there these last couple of games. He missed 2 good first-half chances and otherwise didn't get that engine revving enough. A poor display from our record signing. 5. Vlasic did okay first half but faded in the second before he was substituted. 6. Calvert-Lewin worked hard but didn't put his chances away. 6. Niasse began well but faded badly in the second half. 5. Rooney for Schneiderlin seemed to play central midfield, and though he tried, he didn't have the required impact. 5. Davies for Vlasic did more than most to sort out the mess we were in. 6. Ramirez for Niasse didn't do anything. 5. Note the following content is not moderated or vetted by the site owners at the time of submission. Comments are the responsibility of the poster. Disclaimer. Posted 01102017 at 193,433. Koeman looked like he lost the dressing room quite a while ago. Doesn't look like HES going to get it back either this week. Martina 6. I would have Coleman on crutches before this joker. Posted 01102017 at 195538. I don't see it as a big decision. It's a no-brainer, he has to go for the good of EFC. Posted 01102017 at 195912. I can't see Moshiri sacking him after letting him down in the transfer window. Still nowhere near good enough, but I thought that was the best we've played all season. Posted 01102017 at 200,618. Schneiderlin is like a black hole in the middle of the park with loss rooted to him and nothing coming out. I didn't think that Niasse was any worse than other options. Posted 01102017 at 201,206. If that was the best we have played this season, it says it all. Dreadful. Posted 01102017 at 201230. I disagree somewhat, Paul. Although I wouldn't be upset if the board acted now, I think there is a case for reviewing the situation at the next break in about a month's time. That will give Koeman a further 7 matches in which to get his squad at least looking like they're a team attempting to execute some kind of plan. At the moment I'm even more concerned by the disjointed performances than I am by the results. I'm very unhappy about the results. If there's no real improvement by the match on the 5th of November, we have a perfect opportunity to change manager. This timing would still allow the new manager an opportunity to turn things around in advance of the January transfer window, otherwise we'll find it exceedingly difficult to sign anybody worth having. Posted 01102017 at 201,637. Paul, thanks for getting your match report in so quickly, and I think you will get a lot of support in the fact that the board have a big decision to make. I hope they make a quick one. Also think you will get a lot of bullets going your way appointing Martina as your man of the match. Very poor and very docile. Posted 01102017 at 202,743. The board have one decision to make, when to sack him. I'm hoping the only reason it hasn't been announced yet, is that they are sorting his replacement out before it is. Posted 01102017 at 202838. I agree with Dennis 7 regarding any possible change of manager. We have to give Koeman and the new signings a chance to turn this around. I am as disappointed as anyone about the last couple of games particularly. But we had a bad run of 1 win in 12 in October-November last year, and we managed to turn that around. The only pleasing thing for me today is that the manager at least changed formation, and we didn't have 3 number 10s shoehorned into the team. I am hoping this means that he is aware of what we are all saying, mainly that we need width and more options up front. I was pleased that Vlasic started. I would have liked to see Morales Lenin Lookman get an opportunity though, particularly when we were chasing the game. We've got problems, but I don't want to press the panic button just yet. Posted 01102017 at 202,915. If the board wasn't thinking about replacing him at first, they should be thinking of a backup plan now at least. If we go on like this till November, it could be too late. They have to at least have another manager ready at the phone by the next game. Posted 01102017 at 203,820. Get Unsworth in until the end of the season and give Big Duncan a crack at the Razzies. Might also be enough to get Barkley to sign. Our midfield looks prosaic without him despite his flaws. Posted 01102017 at 204,319. Oh yes they do, and they need to give us a clear steer on the club's ambitions. Positive statements of intent at the AGM, but we need to see real action. We need a clear out at the top, i.e. Ken Wright and his cronies. The coming weeks are going to be a real test of Mr. Moshiri ambitions and intent for Everton FC. We need a strong winning mentality from the top down. 2 fucking years, you miserable shower of cowards and losers. Posted 01102017 at 205,423 Y. Oh, I want he give look man again. Posted 01102017 at 205,827. I think he has to go. There's a number of reasons behind the decision, not just performances have been poor. The way in which we lost to Spurs, Chelsea, Man United and Atalanta was a disgrace. The way we played against a 10-man Man City was also a disgrace. In my opinion, we've had only one good half of football all season, first half against Split. Apart from Pickford, none of the signings have looked anywhere near good enough. The formations haven't matched the players playing in it. 3-no-10s. The players look completely devoid of any confidence, and Koeman doesn't look as though he's actually giving them any. I think the biggest point now, though, that shows me he should go, is that now he's making excuses as to why we're not performing instead of holding his hands up and saying my bad, sorry. With the possibility of Ancelotti, I think talks need to be had to see if he'd be interested, and without any shadow of a doubt, this time we need a manager with a track record of winning games on a regular basis. Posted 01102017 at 211113. I say put Big Dunk in charge, and if the players don't graft he can strangle the lazy arrogant bastards. Koeman is a blonde Ginger Martinez. The board gave him money and he fucked up. 5 number 10s. We are not fit. A yard too slow and the attitude is absolute shite. Not one decent performance on the field today. Our new ground is going to be empty. Posted 01102017 at 211442. Paul, I do not think there is a remote chance of Koeman being sacked. I would take courage, strength and decisiveness. Those running our club have none of those. They are weak, spineless, dithering, devoid of inspiration and utterly self-serving. They are there to make money, and in my view they hold supporters in total contempt. Posted 01102017 at 211,737. Andy Crooks here. Posted 01102017 at 211,841. There is no decision to make. He should be gone. He has blown it big time with all but money. None of his summer signings are as good as Barkley, McCarthy, Davies, Morales and Lookman. It beggars belief that he won't play the last two or start Davies in the league. He changes the team for every game, not giving the chance for his players to gel, and messes about with a formation with regularity. And his arrogant treatment of Barkley has backfired on him. It has to Unsworth now, picking up the pieces. Posted 01102017 at 212,127. It's very easy to sack the manager, but would a new manager do any better? We don't have a quality striker and we have a lot of players that need time to gel. No manager can take 11 strangers and blend them into a team overnight. The simple fact is a new manager will need to start all over again and does not guarantee to be any better. Let's give the man time and hope the injured players can get back and improve us. We the fans need to stay loyal, lift the players and not get on their backs. Time and patience is needed, not chopping and changing managers. Posted 01102017 at 213,056. Moshiri, if HES serious, needs to make his move now. If it wasn't him, he should find out who authorized the sale of Lukaku, and why wasn't he replaced immediately. I don't know if he can sack BK, Wood, Elston and all the other deadbeats, but surely he can remove them from any activities related to Everton FC. He also needs to replace Koeman and Walsh, who, so far, have shown themselves to be incompetent in the extreme. Well, I'm not so sure about Walsh's role in all this, but his smug smile pisses me off. Posted 01102017 at 214,523. Again, Colin, on the money. Kenwright, Woods etc. need shooting. Koeman, the kid and the big jock removed ASAP. There is a better squad in there somewhere. Let someone with balls have it and make us great. Koeman out, Kenwright out, Woods out, front bench guys out. Unseen maybe, because all the top managers are in a job. Posted 01102017 at 215433. Well, Ancelotti has recently become available. If he still has the hunger, and Moshiri is prepared to stump up the compo, perhaps it's time to get rid of Koeman now. I must admit, I am not convinced of his coaching and man management abilities. I think he got lucky last season with the emergence of Tom Davies and the improved form of Barkley, before we tailed off. I still think we have a decent bunch of players, although there is a clear lack of balance. And though we were led to believe that Steve Walsh was the evil genius behind the success of Leicester City, I tend to think that, just like Leicester, he had a lucky season too. He can join Koeman in the infamous taxi. Just hope this isn't going to be one of those relegation dogfight seasons. Posted 01102017 at 215,947. We are as good as out of the Europa League and the League Cup. So, for me, it has to be how much the board want to gamble with a league placing. Let him go now. We might see a response and 7th is achievable. We might even get Barkley back in. Don't let him go. There'll be no improvement. Although the fixtures are going to be easier now, I can see us throwing away cheap points, and come November, we might be in a relegation battle. Being devil's advocate, many of the place sides we've played are in the top half and 3 of the best we played away. But to counter that, we finished poorly last season, so when RK refers to the wins we've had since we began the Europa League, it might be worth looking back at the last 5 matches of last season to truly reflect our form under him. When you look at those, combined with a loss to the Cypriot side and that Niasse saved our skin against Bournemouth, HES being disingenuous. Remember, at City we were against 10 men and still barely attacked them. I can't see a convincing argument based on these results to retain his services. Posted 01102017 at 221,212. Here is the big question at this point: do we blame Koeman at the board? I am still in shock that the board did not have a plan B, C, D in place if the Giroud transfer did not go through. It did not. Nothing seemed to happen for a couple of weeks on this striker, and then the mindless panic set in the last week of the transfer period. Again, I am not seeing any of the games, so Koeman may have it all wrong on the pitch, but I also think that Everton are missing what should be their key player from the last transfer period to make the team complete. Does sacking Koeman make a difference if we don't have a starting striker on the team? Posted 01102017 at 223,952. Not sure why people are saying give him till the next international break. We've got 4 games till then and 3 are against Lyon, Arsenal and Chelsea. Given that we just lost at home to Burnley, only managed a draw at home to a no-mark side from Cyprus before that, and but for Pickford's heel and a minor Niasse miracle would have lost at home to Bournemouth. What change are people realistically expecting over the next 4 weeks? Whether Koeman is a good manager or not is at this time irrelevant. What's clear is that help's lost the dressing room. Too many players are not playing for him, and I just can't see that changing. The whole team and squad is a mess as it is. Morales and Lookman seem out in the cold, and they're 2 of the very few pacey attacking players we have. Rooney, Klaassen and Sigurdsson can play together, so 2 of these 3 are basically pointless. Why we signed Rooney I'll never know. We pay him 150k a week, utter joke. Davis is the only proper CM we have in the squad, Garner, Schneiderlin and McCarthy all being CDMs, yet he starts on the bench. And of course DCL is the only proper striker with any hint of quality, and HES a kid learning his trade despite the Bournemouth game. Niasse is not Prem standard. The whole team and squad setup is a massive WTFON reflection. You have to wonder how on earth a Premiership club ended up with such an unbalanced squad. And this after spending £150. MTHE board need to spend the next couple of weeks looking for a new manager. It's time to end this experiment and bring someone in to get these players playing in a proper formation. The elephant in the room, however, is that the board themselves are also to blame. BK ain't going anywhere, unless it's in a coffin, unfortunately. Whatever happened to his supposed grave illness seems to have made a remarkable recovery after cashing some of his shares for multiple millions. Times like these that make me question why we even bother. Sorry, rant over. Posted 01102017 at 225,049. Give him time. He's already had 15 competitive matches this season. The performances are not getting any better. The team is shapeless, passionless, defensive, and because he plays 2 defensive midfielders every bloody game, always on the back foot. Nil satis nisi optimum. My ass. Posted 01102017 at 230,948. Why would you want to give a manager another month, if rumored to be true has lost the senior players? If this is the case, there is only one outcome here: the manager goes. The board need to do some serious thinking, get to the bottom of this mess and find really what's going and make a decision in the best interests of the club. Posted 01102017 at 231,045. Dennis, shameful references to Koeman there, otherwise you make valid points. It isn't the fault of the board, the players are playing poorly and the manager is clueless. Posted 01102017 at 231,348. Nothing is going to change the international break. Thank goodness. Posted 01102017 at 232,938. After 14 matches this season, there is absolutely no evidence things are any better than they were in the first game on the 27th of July. In fact, they are a whole lot worse. The experiment with 442 will never work while we continue to play without any width and while we have defenders who sit too deep. Players criticized last season for being average have been replaced at great expense by a bunch of mediocrities who look even less equipped to perform a pressing game or delivering the productivity the manager said was lacking when he arrived. For a few of those uninspired wins we recorded at home in the spring. Those days seem a long time ago. Much as I would like to see Unsworth in charge from tomorrow, I don't believe anything will be done before the November international break. Given our current malaise, it seems highly likely by then we will have lost 3 cup matches and league matches against Arsenal, Leicester and Watford. That ought to be enough to persuade the board to act before we play what will be a vital match, Crystal Palace away on the 18th of November. Posted 01102017 at 235,902. In any sport, once you lose the confidence of the players there is no going back. A souffle cannot rise twice. Koeman is cactus. Editorial team. Posted 02102017 at 002253. Koeman is cactus. Apparently some readers think we are allowing too many personal insults. I admit that, being unfamiliar with the art of botanical insults, this one had me pause. But quickly consulting the Urban Dictionary, I learned that it is an acronym for cocky-ass cracker-talking uber shit. You may be crossing a line there. Fella also could mean Koeman is dead, which definitely crosses a line. Which is it? Simon. Posted 02102017 at 004125. So, Farquad. Sorry Fahad has spoken in defense of Big Ron Maj, shareholder at Evertyne. Fahad Moshiri were in a bad moment, but these are early days. Koeman has my total support. At TalkSport 10. Not surprising in itself. But once again it comes via Jim White. Why is he Moshiri's spokesman? It is getting beyond a joke. Posted 02102017 at 011701. Quite a few of the morning papers are saying that helps facing the sack. If there was any time to do it, now would be the best as there's a international break. As much as I'm not a fan of his, Ken Wright might hold the trump card in this affair. Straight off the bat it was known as Koeman was Moshiri's man, identified by him personally. Ken Wright idiotically wanted to keep Martinez and I don't recall BK ever talking or associating with RK. I think there's been issues between the two for a while, with the quickly muted rumors of transfer disagreements over the summer. RK has always put transfer contract talk as the responsibility of the management. I believe that the Rooney return was not wanted by RK, but it was pushed by the romantic BK. Koeman targeted Siggy and Klaassen from the start of the window, but somehow we ended up with all three. In the end of the day Moshiri is a businessman, and if he sees that something isn't working in business, he would change it. I would imagine BK would be more than happy to have a word in his ear about a change. Posted 02102017 at 011831. Andy 17 accurately describes the suits in control of the club. I was expecting them to tweet top 10 is best we could hope for with all the changes. Posted 02102017 at 012726. Michael, don't know that I've ever heard the phrase cactus uttered outside Australia. The meaning is closer to your second, bracketed, interpretation but doesn't carry the same depth of meaning. If I used the phrase then I'd agree that Koeman is cactus, hes done, his days are numbered, his managerial reign is bereft of life etc. Still, beautiful plumage. Posted 02102017 at 013458. So Moshiri has issued the dreaded vote of confidence via Jim White. That usually means 2 weeks max, before the axe falls. Factoring in the break, make that 3 or 4. Can't wait. I've been picking after the Watford game for a few weeks now. Long enough to see the trend and hopefully, early enough to stop the rot. Posted 02102017 at 031926. Michael, Ernie 37 answered that query well. I never heard the expression until we moved over here, but to describe someone or something as cactus is not an insult. It's simply an observation that they are finished. I used the expression yesterday to describe Jonathan Ray's chances of winning the second Superbike race after he had to withdraw, and I don't have a bad word to say about Ray. Posted 0210-2017 at 040223 Michael. Cactus is Aussie slang for broken or dysfunctional. Prickly pear cactus, native South American, was brought to Australia in 1788 on the First Fleet. It became a pest, quickly overrunning many thousand acres of farmland. Hence, cactus, in Australian slang, means beaten, finished, ruined, kaput, etc. e.g., Jim threw just 2 punches, and Jack was cactus. Maybe. Everton performed dismally, and Ronald was cactus. Posted 0210-2017 at 052614 Paul. Much of what you say makes sense, although if Koeman has lost the dressing room he needs to go. The dressing room has never been the same since Moyes left, and I do believe there is something rotten at the core etc., whether it be Bill and cronies, cliques of players, or just the management. Whatever it is, Koeman is carrying the can, and while I agree with you that we need to be patient, a sentiment echoed by Robbie Mustoe today, this shambles has to be stopped immediately, so Mr. Moshiri, show us your leadership skills. Posted 0210-2017 at 081359 We need a replacement lined up before we even think of letting him. Tuchel looks like HES going to Bayern, so that's one option gone. Posted 0210-2017 at 084050 We should approach Mourinho or Guardiola. Ask them to bring Pogba or De Bruyne with them, depending on which one of them wins the fight to be our manager. There is as much chance of this happening as Ancelotti and Cavani. Posted 0210-2017 at 084635 Koeman will probably be given until the end of November for the team to gel together. At the moment that looks very unlikely. We look like relegation material. It appears that we have bought a bunch of average players, but at least our net spend was only circa £40 million. Maybe with a new manager they will look like bargains. With the exception of Joe Royle, it's been decades since we have had a good manager. Our board has been a complete dead loss. I hope Moshiri is not going down the same road. It's so tiresome constantly replacing one bad manager with another, or happily sticking with a mediocre manager because he got us to the dizzying heights of 7th on a regular basis. Talk about lack of ambition, please hire a winner. Someone with a track record of winning leagues and cups. Pay them the right money and they will come here. Surely it's worth paying the extra wages, as the returns will be great success. Posted 0210-2017 at 085710 Is he still our manager? I woke up in a fairly optimistic mood. I think he'll go back to sleep. Posted 0210-2017 at 090750 Good report from Paul there, although I don't agree with all his ratings, but I do agree that Martino was not as bad as people are making out. He has actually been quite a surprise to me, although I still don't really rate him. There have been various posts asserting to our revival after November last year following a dismal run of 1 win in 12 before that, and using that as a template for giving RK more time. It is telling that after the beginning of December, through to the end of the season, out of 46 goals scored, only 11 were from players currently getting game time either because of departure, injury or ostracization. 2 of those 11 were pens scored by El Baines. I, like Paul says in the main piece, have been somewhat on the fence regarding how much time RK should get, with 1 foot in and 1 out of the sack him camp, thinking he would probably resign by the end of October without a marked improvement. My disappointment at the Jim White announcement last night, assuming there is some truth in it, and I think there is, brought home to me that I really want to see the end of this tenure as soon as possible. I can see us achieving nothing this month other than at Brighton possibly, although that is no certainty, and that is followed by 5 games in 14 days, which I expect to be a quite miserable 2 weeks of football. With our squad this is going to be a tough month, whoever is in charge, and as has been pointed out, if it were possible to get a replacement in place quickly, this international break presents the best opportunity for somebody else. We would not be able to pick up the phone to Mr. Ancelotti, Sean Dyche, Tuchel or any of the other names being bandied about and ask them over like ordering a takeaway, and so our best shot at an immediate term replacement would have to be inviting Unsworth to help out. This would be a huge step up, and the pressure and expectations on him would be immense from the off, but I don't think anyone would expect miracles within the next month, and in a way that again gives him time to get familiar with, and remold the squad he is inheriting. We then have a reasonable run through to Christmas with the prospect of a transfer window in the new year which he could try and use to target those much-needed vacancies in the squad. Quite simply, the prospect of RK being given the rest of the season to try and sort things out is horrific. Even with the bad results, there should be some signs of a recovery prospect on the pitch, but the body language from the players and RK alike, the total lack of any evident empathy, the lack of purpose and drive demonstrate the complete opposite. Wayne Rooney's face forgetting his actual football contribution speaks volumes to me. He is through and through an Evertonian, and his evident disappointment and frustration at what is going on is apparent. He can't come out and speak publicly about the malaise, but there is an air of resignation about the whole squad, and this has to be addressed with urgency. I think maybe the board cannot see it possible, exception BK, because I do think he knows the game better than the rest, so they need to listen to and hear the wake-up call from players and fans alike. RK must go. Sadly, I think none of the above will transpire, and this is going to be a tortuous season to see out. I just hope and pray we stay safe and things can be back on track by August next year. But I shall continue to watch the news, hoping to see and hear the announcement most of us want. Posted 0210-2017 at 092209 Dennis 26 reference to Ken writes to post grave illness, and coffins is insensitive. Whatever we might think of the man. Posted 0210-2017 at 093938 Kim 48 How does Ken Wright know the game better than anyone else? He might know the people at Everton better, but football itself. He knows how to look after himself and his interests, that's for sure. His bank balance proves it, especially since he sold some of his shares to Moshiri with another load to come. He's screwed Everton more than helped them. Posted 0210-2017 at 095412 Dave I meant maybe better than the other board members. He has, I think, probably been a football fan most of his life. Him leaving his business acumen, for better or worse, out of it. I was trying to say that Moshiri might just see a bunch of fans chuntering because they're not happy with results. I think BK sees a bigger picture, but isn't the assassin we'd like him to be. Posted 0210-2017 at 095619 The problem with a cactus is that even when they are gone they leave you with prickly little things that cause you ongoing discomfort. Can't help but feel that if Koeman is sacked, and I hope he is, Klassen and Sigurdsson and the fees paid for them will cause us discomfort for considerable time.